I am beautiful. I'm not live yet. I think I'm live. Hi everyone, this is Charlene. I am here for Money Mondays. Let me know if you can see and hear me. Awesome, awesome people are coming in. Yes, I'm so glad that you're on. Yes, awesome. We're in action. I am going to give it a few more minutes and we'll get started in about 1 minute or 2 minutes. Let me know how everyone is doing on this Monday. How was your weekend? How are you doing now? Are you excited about today? I'm ready to learn about making my money work for me. Yes, I love it. That's what it's all about. We work so hard for our money. Now it's time for our money to work for us. Hello, Mr. Warren. Hello, Miss Candace. Hello, Jasmine. So nice to see everybody. Where's everyone watching from? I'm here in Chicago, Illinois. Where's everyone else from? Okay, Jazz says, doing great and my weekend was much needed for relaxation and family time. Yes, I work hard for my money, but I need to learn how to invest my money better. Chicago, yes. Philly, okay, yes, Philly. Chicago, yes, Miss Candace. Okay, so we're here for Money Mondays. This is our first Money Mondays. Warren Edwards is from Chicago too. Yes, our first Money Mondays. This is so important right now to be talking about our money. We need to be mindful of the decisions we are making with our money, especially because of the environment that we are in. And we are working so hard. A lot of parents are at home with their kids doing double duty and money is just leaving pockets. It's just going everywhere. So we need to be mindful of our money and we need to find a way to multiply our money right now. So during our Money Mondays, we will be talking about stocks, investments, dividend paying assets, legacy building, generational wealth, everything we need to put ourselves in a better position. People always ask me when I say I'm about to talk about stocks, they're like, oh, what is the hottest stock to invest in? Are you thinking that right now? Are you thinking what is the hottest stock to invest in? What questions immediately came to mind when I said that we are going to talk about stocks, dividend paying assets, investments, generational wealth? What is the first thing that came to your mind? Let me know in the comments. Yes, so before we get into investing, because I know everyone is excited about investing, but before we fast forward to investing, I want you to be comfortable with one thing, and that's investing in you. I want you to be able to understand you first before we go out there and invest in companies. Because if you don't understand you first, guess what? You'll invest in Tesla. And you'll start crying if Tesla goes down by $50 in one day, right? Because you haven't figured out the right stocks for you. So you want to think about the stocks that align with you first before you invest, because you will be an emotional wreck in the stock market if you don't. Hi, Gimbia. Hi, Carolyn. Oh, we are going to clear up all those misconceptions about how much it costs to invest in stocks. Oh, there are so many options out there. Okay, it's time to get started. It's time to get to the meat and potatoes of this. First, I want to ask you, before you invest in stocks, have you determined how much money you are saving every week or every month? Have you thought about that? Because before we can invest, we need money, right? We need to be saving. And guess what? There's money everywhere. But we don't realize how much we're spending. In order to figure out how much money we have, we need to start looking at our net worth. And I'm going to put out some trivia out here because I want everyone to understand this before we even dive into stocks. So what is net worth? How do we calculate our net worth? Because these are the same calculations we are going to use when we value companies and see if we want to invest our money in them. What is net worth? That's where we're going to start. Before we even think about investing in a stock, what is our net worth? Are there any takers? I don't see the answer yet. Let's think about our net worth. Net worth is a sum of all the decisions that we are making every day. What decisions are we making every day? That's what we need to start thinking about. Because if we're making debt-based decisions, we're going to be in debt. Jazz said, I started tracking my expenses and trying to find better ways to save money. Yes, that is awesome. That is awesome. You need to look at your income and expenses. Mr. Warren said, assets minus liabilities equals net worth. Yes. That is something we need to understand when it comes to our own personal finances before we invest in stocks. So look at your assets. What assets do you have? Look at your liabilities. Pay down debt. Do not invest if you have a ton of debt, if you cannot manage your money. Okay? Do not do that if you can't manage your own money. First, find out how you can get your assets up and your liabilities down so that you can have extra money to invest. Now, next step, after you have your net worth statement, after you know how much money you have on hand, guess what? Now it's time to get an account. How many people have accounts that they can use to invest in? It's just like going to a store, right? You go to a JCPenney's, Kohl's, or Macy's, and you want to be able to take advantage of those discounts that they offer, and you want to get that extra 10% off for shopping with them. Well, you may need to have an account in order to do that, right? You will need an account. So that it works the same way in investing. You need a brokerage account to be able to invest. What are the types of brokerage accounts that you've heard of? Brokerage accounts. It's just like a savings account for investing. And that's the first step on our journey. We need a brokerage account. Oh, I'm seeing the comments. I'm seeing so many questions. Yes, we will definitely have to address those questions. Yes, Schwab. Schwab is a brokerage account. Charles Schwab is one of those brokerage accounts. So there are app-based brokerage accounts, and there are brokerage accounts that have been around for decades. So those brokerage accounts that have been around for decades are Schwab, Fidelity, TD Ameritrade. And then you have new app-based brokerage accounts like Robinhood. Robinhood allows you to get fractional shares. So if you wanted a piece of, let's say, Microsoft, you don't have to buy Microsoft for $230 per share. If that's how much Microsoft costs, you don't have to buy it for $230 per share. You can actually get a fraction of a share. You can get a piece of the pie. You know how you get your pizza and you cut a piece of it? That's exactly what you can do when you have a Robinhood account or any other account that allows you to get fractional shares. Yes, Mr. Warren Edwards, E-Trade, Merrill Lynch, Edward Jones, all of those are brokerage accounts that you can use. Now, let's talk about the different accounts. So there are taxable accounts and there are tax-free accounts. and they are tax advantaged. Now, I'm not about to go into that because I know that's later on down the line. But let's talk about 401k. You can invest in your 401k. And it's easy to invest in your 401k. That usually comes with a job. Your employer will take out the money so that you can invest in things that align with the goals that you have, with the risk that you have. And then you have individual retirement accounts out there. Individual retirement accounts are like a traditional individual retirement account or Roth IRA individual retirement account. Those are ways you can invest as well. Or you can get a taxable brokerage account. So all of these are different type of accounts. So before you invest, you want to say, okay, what type of account do I want? That's just like if you were going to get shoes at the store. You would ask yourself, okay, where am I going to put all these shoes? Am I going to put these shoes in storage? Am I going to put these shoes in my bedroom? Am I going to put these shoes at my friend's house, in my car? Where am I going to put my shoes? Well, this is the same thing with your investments. Where am I going to put my investments? And it all depends on you. So you have to know about you before you even go into this. So I'm about to do some trivia. We are about to go into some money trivia to see how well you know your money, because the more you know your money, the more you'll be able to invest. Are you ready for some trivia? Okay, this trivia is all about you and your money so that we can better analyze companies going forward in weeks to come. First question. I'm keeping track of all the answers out there, the people who respond first. First question. What is the maximum amount that you can contribute to an individual retirement account in 2020? Again, what is the maximum amount that you can contribute to a individual retirement account in 2020? Let's wait on those responses. I'm taking notes. Let's see who knows their money. These are important things to know before you start investing. What is the most amount of money you can contribute to an individual retirement account in 2020? 6K! Go Deborah! Go Deborah! Yes! 6K! That is awesome. So the IRS increased the amount that you can contribute to a Roth IRA or a traditional IRA. So what does that mean? It means you can contribute $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $6,000 if you are under 50. If you are over 50, you can contribute more. But if you're under 50, you can contribute a maximum of $6,000. What can you do with that $6,000? You can invest in Tesla if you want to. You can invest in Microsoft. You can invest in Apple. You can invest in Zoom. Any stock you want to invest in that is under $6,000, you can invest in those stocks. Now, how do you get to $6,000? All you have to do is allocate $500 a month. But if that's too much, let's say $500 a month is too much. You don't want to do that right now. Then you allocate $5. You are not required to allocate a certain amount of money to your Roth or traditional IRA. But if you do, that allows you to get tax-free income during retirement. Tax-free income. So the more you can contribute to your individual retirement accounts, the better. This is something you want to think about before you start investing. Where do I want to put my money? Okay, now, next question. What is the maximum you can contribute to a taxable brokerage account like Robinhood? What is the maximum amount that you can contribute per the IRS? What is that most that you can contribute to a taxable brokerage account? And this is a trick question. I'll be honest, it's a trick question. You can only contribute $6,000 a year to a Roth or a traditional IRA. What's the most you can contribute to a taxable brokerage account? So if you have a Robinhood or a TD Ameritrade or E-Trade and it's not retirement based, how much can you put in there every year? Just a regular brokerage account that's not tied to your retirement. Okay. I don't see the answer to that one yet. I know that's a tough one. I'm going to get back to that one, okay? I want you to think about that. The most you can contribute to a regular brokerage account. So if you want to start investing, how much can you contribute? Think about that. I'm going to come back to that. Another thing we need to think about is our credit range, because when we're investing in companies, we want to look at their quality, right? So what is your quality? So what is the average FICO credit range in the United States? What is the standard FICO credit score range in the United States? Let's hear it. FICO credit score, what's that range? You want to understand your credit because you'll be evaluating the credit quality of companies before you invest in them. What is the FICO credit score range in the United States? Okay, what's that range? 2 scores. The FICO credit score range goes from what to what? What to what? What's the lowest credit score you can have? And what's the highest? What's that range? You got this, you got this. We're going to get those wheels turning. We're going to get everything turning because we'll be thinking about this when we evaluate companies. Before we ask anybody what stocks to invest in, we want to make sure that we are masters over our own money. Close. I see people are close. Okay. I think I'm going to come back to that question. I haven't seen that range yet. I'm looking for that range. The lowest credit score range. I haven't seen it yet. You all of you are optimistic. I see a lot of 500, 600, 700. People can actually have a lower credit score than 500. You can have a lower credit score than 500. That's not the lowest you can go. So what is that FICO credit score range? Let's go low. I'll come back to that one too. Okay. Now this is about a company, right? This is a company right now because before you start investing in companies, you want to know something about the company, right? Okay. Which company was the first trillion-dollar company in the United States? Which company was the first trillion-dollar company in the United States? First trillion-dollar company. Oh, I see somebody is really close to that FICO range. First trillion-dollar company in the United States. Let's see. Oh, Jazz Williams, Apple! Woo! Yes! Apple is the first trillion-dollar company in the United States. That means that Apple is very valuable. In 2018, let's talk about Apple. If you're looking to invest in Apple because you heard about the Apple stock split that just happened in August, right? If you're looking to invest in Apple, you want to know its history. Apple was the first trillion-dollar company in the United States, which means that Apple was the most valuable company in the United States. Apple reached $1 trillion market value in 2018. Now, in August 2020, which was last month, Apple reached $2 trillion market value, the most valuable company in the United States. These are things you want to know. These are things you want to think about when you're investing in the stock market. Okay, I found the winner for the credit score. I see somebody said 300 to 800. I see 350 to 850, 300 to 850, and the answer is 300 to 850. Okay, go Jazz Williams. Okay, we have 2. 300 is the lowest credit score you can have, and 850 is the coveted credit score, the perfect credit score that you can have. So next time we'll be talking about how you evaluate companies, but we want to make sure you can evaluate you first. Get your money right. We are getting our money right before we invest in companies. Okay. Another question. So we have Deborah 1, Jazz 2. Another question. What was the second company to reach $1 trillion market capitalization in the United States? The second company, the second most powerful company we can say, but the second company to reach 1 trillion market capitalization in the United States. What's that company? These are companies that we can add to our watch list and follow to see if they align with our values and to determine if we want to take that next step, get in a relationship with them, and invest. What is the second company? Second company, oh, we have the answer already. Go Latricia Booker, Amazon, yes. Go Candy, yes. Amazon, go Warren. So Latricia was the first one for that. So we have 1 for Latricia, 1 for Deborah, 2 for Jasmine. Okay, let's go to the fourth one. Which company was the fourth company to reach $1 trillion market value? Company number 4, I skipped over 3 because we're going straight to 4. I'm making it tougher. These are the big companies you want on your watch list. You want to follow these companies, see what they're doing, see what relationships they have with other companies, because these are other companies that you could potentially invest in. So the fourth company to reach $1 trillion market capitalization. Fourth, which company number 4? 4. Okay, Alphabet, there it is. Yes, Google Alphabet was the fourth company to reach $1 trillion market value. Okay, go Jazz Williams. Okay, we got 3 for Jazz Williams. Oh, everybody is giving out some good answers. This is awesome. This is awesome. This is all about changing our mindset, thinking about the companies we use every day. Now, this is your homework assignment. Tonight, if you want to go from consumer to investor, this is what you should do. Start thinking about the companies that profit off of you every single day, because these are the companies that you should add to your watch list when you open your accounts to invest. Which companies are you investing in every day? Put them in the comments. Which companies? I know I just bought me a MacBook. Apple just got some of my money. Which companies are you investing in? Think about it. When you wake up, what toothpaste are you using? What hair products are you using? What body products? What are you eating when you wake up? What cars are you driving? Are you seeing any trends in the marketplace with what you are doing and what other people are doing? That's our first step. Buy what you know. Because if you don't know anything about Tesla and you do it because everybody else is doing it and the company value drop $100, you are going to be emotional. You're going to say, oh, that person told me to invest. I thought that was a good stock. Yeah, it was a good stock for them. They understood the company. But do you really understand the company? Yes, great question. How do you add companies to your watch list? So open your brokerage account. That's the first step. Open your brokerage account. And if you have a brokerage account, let's say Robinhood, for example, right? Robinhood allows you to create a grocery list. You remember when you go to the store, you write down a grocery list of items like, oh, these are things that I might want to purchase when I go to the store. I want to see how much it costs. So you put these items on your grocery list. It's the same thing in the stock market. You are going to look at companies that you want to invest in. So let's say Microsoft. You're going to go to a site like, you don't need to go to Yahoo Finance to do this. You can actually go on Robinhood. But if you want to find out more about the company, go to Yahoo Finance and type in Microsoft so that you can get the ticker symbol. The ticker symbol is the short list of characters that represent the company. So for Microsoft, the ticker symbol is MSFT. So you're going to go to Robinhood. You're going to type in MSFT in the search bar. You're going to add plus. Adding the plus by the MSFT will allow you to add that stock to your watch list. So what happens when you add it to your watch list? Robinhood will give you updates. So if there's a 10% price movement, in the morning, you'll get an update from Robinhood saying, hey, Microsoft just went up 10%. You'll get notified of anything that happens with Microsoft, any news that comes out about Microsoft. You'll receive a notification with Microsoft related news. If you are investing in individual stocks, you want to make sure you understand what's going on in the economy and that certain sector as it relates to those stocks. So create your watch list. That is first. But make sure you are taking care of you and that you have enough money to save and invest. We are going to go into more of that next week, but I want you to first identify the companies that you are using every single day, because those are companies that we are going to add to our watch list over this period. Now, the personal homework that you should do is calculate your net worth. Mr. Warren said that our net worth is our assets minus liabilities. We also want to think about this broader. Our net worth is the sum of all the decisions that we are making. Are the decisions that you are making increasing or decreasing your net worth? Think about the decisions you made today. Did you buy 5 bags of chips? Is that decreasing your net worth? You could have probably invested that money in the stock market, right? Those 5 bags of chips. And now you would have gave yourself a chance to increase that money. Can you lose money in the stock market? Yes, you can. But would you rather have those chips, or would you rather have a chance to grow your money and build generational wealth? So we are making decisions about what we are doing with our money so that we can prepare for a better future. Our dreams, the life we want, depends on what we are doing today. What are you doing today to prepare for tomorrow? It doesn't matter if you don't have anything today. It's time to change that. We are going to change that. We're going to start by changing the decisions we make. We're going to go from consumer to investor. Every time we spend $10, even though it seems so small, think about it. That $10 could have got me a fraction of Apple, a fraction of Tesla. What's more important to me? Getting those chips, getting those shoes, or getting the shoe store, or buying the potato chip company? These are decisions that we will be making. Now, I'm about to go back to all of those questions before I wrap it up, because we have to know our money first before we invest. And I'm so happy that all of you are on board thinking about your money. So our first question was about the Roth IRA, 6K. And Miss Deborah got that. Congratulations again, Miss Deborah, for 6K Roth IRA. Remember that, everybody. 6K Roth. 6K Roth. Or traditional. Any IRA, individual retirement account, like traditional or Roth, you can contribute up to $6,000 a year. I asked, how much can you contribute to a Robinhood? There is no IRS limitation on how much you can contribute in a taxable brokerage account. You hear that? There is no limitation at all. Okay, what was the third question? The third question was the FICO credit score. Jazz Williams, 300 to 850. Understand your credit. Get your credit right so that you can be able to understand the credit of companies. First $1 trillion company, Apple. Second $1 trillion company, Amazon. Third $1 trillion company, which we didn't discuss, Microsoft. Fourth $1 trillion company was Google Alphabet. These are companies that can be on your watch list. Now, okay, Mr. Warren Edwards said a bunch of people are saying now is the best time to invest because the market is on sale. Is that true? Well, let's talk about what just happened. August was the best month for the stock market. Stock prices have never been so high, actually. So 2 years ago, Apple was trading at around $202, $210 when it reached the $1 trillion mark 2 years ago. before Apple split last week, Apple was trading at $500, around $500. So it doubled in value. Stocks are doubling. So you have to pay attention what's going on in the markets, because March, stocks tumbled. Stocks were at the lowest that we've seen in years. Stocks were really low. But we experienced the biggest increase in stocks from March to August. In March, you could have got Tesla for less than $400. But in August, Tesla was trading for around $2,200. Right? That's a big difference. So I think the best time for anybody to get in is when you have your financial security together. Because if you're afraid of losing money, the stock market is very volatile right now. You want to understand that. It's volatile. 1 minute it's up, 1 minute it's down. There's a lot of things that are impacting the stock market. Election season will greatly impact the stock market right now. So you want to have your emotional stamina up in order to be able to invest. We'll go into all of that in detail later. I want to congratulate Jazz Williams for answering 3 of our trivia questions. I want to congratulate Deborah for one of our questions. And I want to congratulate, I am Miss Latricia Booker for her response to Amazon. And am I missing anybody? Okay, I think, yeah, those are trivia winners. That is so awesome. That is so awesome. Okay. Tune in next Monday for Money Mondays. There is so much to discuss. Do your homework. Net worth. Make sure you're calculating your assets minus liabilities and put your wish list together. Your watch list on a brokerage account. Or you can do it on a piece of paper if you don't have a brokerage account yet. But do those 2 things so that next week we can move forward with more stock market tips and information. I am Charlene Rhinehart. So happy that you were able to join us for Money Mondays. Thank you to Miss Candace and Warren Edwards for spearheading this I Am Beautiful platform where we celebrate Black culture 365 days a year. This is awesome. Tune in tomorrow for another session at 6 p.m. Well, you will hear a book reading at 6 p.m. from the young one. Yes, she'll be on at 6 p.m. And then on Wednesday, it's Wellness Wednesdays. Tune in to make sure that you are mentally and physically fit so you can take on everything that the stock market entails, because you'll need that mental agility to play in the stock market and to get your money right. All right, signing off. We'll be back next week. Come with all your questions.